Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope everyone is doing pretty good. I know during these times things can be a little crazy. We can all get a little stressed. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like ever since this started, I've been having like so many crazy dreams. I mean, that can kind of be a combination of me watching The Heist on Netflix and all this craziness going on, but your girl dreamed she had a baby last time and I was like, so for this look, this is a very colorful look. I feel like this is a look that you can wear out. Of course, once all this craziness is over, you can kind of wear it out to like a club during the night. You can wear it to a festival or a rave concert. Now, if you're just like me and you're just doing your makeup during this time, I'm just gonna go to the kitchen and I'm gonna look good while I cook for my man. That's really all I'm doing today. But if you do want to learn how to actually recreate this look, make sure you stay tuned. Alright, so once you have your eyes all primed and actually concealed, ready to put eyeshadow on, I want to make sure that I apply the eyeshadow while the concealer is still actually very wet and sticky. I don't want to set the concealer with any setting powder because that is going to actually take away the pigmentation of the eyeshadow. So what I'm going to do for the first color, I'm going to take this, let's see, I'm gonna take this flat brush, is the M124. So this first shade is actually a very bright orange. I'm gonna be taking the color My Man from the Jaclyn Hill palette, and this is the second palette she actually came out with Morphe. The first thing that I like to do is I like to go in and actually draw a line on where this color is gonna stop. That way I can kind of have a reference when I'm packing on the color onto my eyelid. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna draw that line right here. So I'm gonna be packing on that orange color just in the inner corner of my eye, and I'm gonna make sure that I don't go on top of the crease just like I did right here on this side. So I'm just gonna take some more of that color and I'm gonna start packing it on my lid until I kind of get the pigmentation and the color that I want. Okay, so once I'm done with the orange color, I'm gonna just clean off the same brush that I had, which was the M124 brush. So I'm gonna be using that brush again, and I'm gonna be going in for the second color. Now the second color is kind of like a very bright hot pink, and I'm gonna take that. Again, the first step that I'm gonna do is I'm going to draw a line on where that color is gonna stop, which is gonna be right about there. And then again, take some more of that eyeshadow and just start packing it on towards the lid. Try to start at the bottom also, that way you can really get close to your lash line. And this one, as you can see, I am going to be dragging it on top of the crease, but don't drag it just yet, okay? I'm just going to be filling it in up to the crease, and then we're going to go in with another brush and we're going to start blending that eyeshadow out. So just up to the crease. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually gonna take the Fenty Beauty 220 Precision brush, and I'm gonna be using this brush to actually blend in the pink and the yellow, the orange together. You're just gonna lightly tap where you were putting on the pink a little on top of the orange. You don't wanna use such a heavy hand because again, you're gonna start dragging that color and you're gonna start seeing the orange and the pink kind of losing color instead of blending in together. I'm gonna be taking the M506, and this is just a very small blending brush, and I'm gonna start putting that pink right on top of the crease. So all I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna add a very tad bit of Tipsy Girl. I'm gonna lift up my eyebrow and I'm gonna start blending that on the crease. Okay, just make sure you don't go too high because then we're gonna have a problem there. And then as you can see, I'm blending it out to the outer of the eye as well. So I'm just gonna keep blending and keep blending up. I'm gonna start blending the pink a little bit into the inner corner just so I can make sure I don't have this harsh line right here and it can kind of blend in just like the other eye did. So with this, I'm actually gonna go in with a very light hand, because if you don't use a light hand, you're just gonna get a harsh line there, and it's gonna look just pink and it's not gonna look blended into the orange. So see here, I'm just gonna take a very light hand and I'm gonna start putting that pink in with the orange, and you're dragging it down. Don't drag it out on top of the crease, but drag it down into the orange, okay? And then to darken up the pink, I'm gonna take the M456, and I'm gonna take again some more of that color, and I'm gonna start darkening up the crease with that. So I'm just gonna go in on the crease with the brush just like this, kind of doing a little bit of windshield motions. And then once I start getting to the top, I'm kind of gonna be doing some circular motions and start dragging that eyeshadow a little bit above the crease and out the crease. Alright, once you're done applying the pink, it should kind of look a little bit like this. Now, don't worry about the harsh lines, because a little bit towards the end, I'm going to be taking a bigger blending brush and I'm going to be buffing out the edges just so they don't look as rough as they do right now, okay? I'm going to grab is this light purple called Therapy Sesh, and again, I'm going to apply that eyeshadow just on the outer corner of my eye, but making sure that I stay under the crease on top of the lid. So I'm just making sure that I'm staying outside of the crease, outside of the eye and under the crease. So I'm just putting in that purple right there, okay? Again, I'm gonna grab that brush that I used to blend in the pink and the orange, the Fenty 220 brush, and I'm gonna take some of that pink again, and I'm gonna start blending the pink into the purple using a very light hand. First, I'm gonna take the M431, and like I said, I'm gonna apply Not My Journey. Now, what I'm first gonna do before blending it out on top of my crease is I'm actually just gonna take this color and I'm gonna kind of make like a V shape. So what I mean by that is I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna apply it on my crease, and then I'm gonna take it from right here from the end into my eye, kind of like when you do an eyeliner, but as you can see, that's what I mean, kind of like a V. So I'm gonna be taking the M506 and I'm just gonna be using that, and I'm gonna start blending in the purple first inside of the crease so I can actually darken that. Sure, I work on small portions, especially with purple. Purple is a very hard color to work with. I'm still not perfect, of course, I'm still learning, but practice makes perfect, and if this is something that you love to do, you're gonna take time and put time aside like I do to practice what you love and make sure that it comes out right the way that you like it. So what I I did for the outer part of the eye is I took some of Therapy Sesh, which is some of the light purple, and I actually took that, and with circular motions, again, I'm gonna start blending that color out. I wanna make sure that I use the lighter purple rather than the darker. That way our inner corner of our eye is dark. Everyone's worst nightmare just happened to me. Okay, so I'm gonna take the Fenty Beauty Snapshadows number 1, and I'm gonna be taking the color Nookie. I'm gonna be taking that color, and I'm actually gonna apply it right under the eyebrow, just to kind of highlight that part. So tapping motions. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get an M441, and this is a blending brush. I'm actually going to be taking this brush, and I'm going to apply a little bit of translucent powder on the brush, and I'm going to start going in and actually getting rid of these harsh lines that I have at the top. So once the top eyeshadow is actually done, I'm going to apply a little bit of concealer on the bottom of my eye. That way I can actually start applying some eyeshadow. I'll be applying some of that orange onto the brush, and what I'm going to do first is I'm going to actually start tapping this color in onto the bottom of my lower lid, and then I'm actually going to start blending it out. I'm going to make sure that I stop the orange or right where I start the orange at the top as well. And then with a very light hand, I'm just gonna go in and start blending the bottom. For the pink and the purple on the lower lash line, I used the Fenty Beauty 220 brush and just blended that out. So again, I'm going to take that small blending brush, the M506, and with a little bit of that darker purple, I'm just going to start in circular motions, blending the top and the bottom of the purple together. Alright, so once our eye is actually done, we're going to finish off with my favorite part, and that's applying mascara. So I'm going to be taking the Fenty Beauty mascara. This is actually one of my favorite mascaras so far because, of course, as everybody might know already by my Instagram, I love Rihanna. I'm a huge fan. So I'm going to make the girl rich by buying her products. Guys, so that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and before anything, just make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.